Hello, beautiful, peace and blessings to you. I'm Jovhannah, the spiritual love healer, and today I have a treat. I will be doing a spiritual love forecast reading for the week. These readings tend to look at love and abundance. Sometimes they do go off in different directions depending on what cards come up and what I receive intuitively. But yes, I'm really excited to do these. I also have bookings available for private readings. You can find out more about the work that I do to help you unlock your abundance codes and activate and expand your heart so that you can live abundantly ever after over at spirituallovesanctuary.com. So let's look at the energy of the week and see what comes up for us. Yeah, so many things have been happening and changing. So while I'm shuffling, I'll just get you up to speed with everything that's going on. So if you are new to me, I am a spiritual healer. I am a Reiki master, certified life coach, tarot reader, and a bunch of other amazing things. I have a lot of different modality certifications under my belt, and I really enjoy helping people release the past and any limitations, limiting beliefs, ideas of lack, past traumas that might be standing in their way from preventing you from living abundantly ever after. Abundantly ever after is about you being able to live the life that you want to and experience an abundance of love, an abundance of success, of joy, of peace, of bliss, whatever it is that you wish to see more of in your life. And we get there by focusing on our mindset, right? We want to shift and adjust and expand our mindset. We want to open our heart. We want to heal any of the wounds that are keeping our heart center closed off. And we want to also master our mindset and our money as well. So those are just a few of the things that I talk about. And what's very interesting is that a lot of my work does also center around love and relationships, because that is deeply intertwined with money and abundance as well. So you will see me talking about that too. I am really excited because it's first of all, it's September. September is my birthday month, which to me is always an exciting time. So there's very much the energy of New Year for me in this month. We also transition seasons, which is just another shift for the collective as well. Moving into fall, that is for me a season of releasing and deep clearing and things like that. So I'm feeling very excited. I just did a lot of planning for the rest of the year with some awesome things that I'll be sharing with you, like the Abundance Code Collective. I am updating my previous spiritual journal that I created, and we'll be creating a new one. So there are so many awesome and amazing things coming for you. Plus there will be more booking slots available for readings, for healing sessions, and other offerings that I will be sharing. So let's go ahead and get into the energy of this week and what we can expect to see, what energies are impacting us this week. I don't know about you, but there has been a very deep need to organize, restructure, and plan, thanks to lovely Virgo. We have a Virgo new moon, and we're in Virgo season. So we have here the Magician and the Mirror. And I really love this card because for me, this represents balance. He's got the fire there. He's got ice in the other hand. And we can see the infinity symbol right there over his head. And what I like about this is, when I think about the Magician, I think about creating, right? We'll be hosting the Spiritual Love Circle tomorrow, Tuesday, September 7th at 7 p.m. And we're going to be talking about vision. What is our vision? Why is vision important? And I'll be sharing ways that you can anchor into your vision also. When I look at the Magician and the Mirror, it reminds me of the power that we have within us to create what it is we wish to see, which is what living abundantly ever after is all about. Whatever you are seeing in your life, it's a mirror. It's a mirror of who you are. It's a mirror of the energies and intentions and actions and thoughts and behaviors that you have been putting out. So if what you're seeing in the mirror is not a reflection of your true self or something that's truly in alignment with you, then you're going to feel that. You may feel disconnected, you may feel disempowered, you may feel stuck, stagnant, and not really sure how to use the tools and resources that you have at your disposal. The beautiful thing about this, right, is that we can look at everything as a mirror to who we are. And when we see things that don't really resonate, when we see things that don't feel good to us, instead of, taking that as a sign of defeat or default, or that just life is just screwy, we can look at it and say, okay, I don't like this. So what can I do? What can I shift to change this up for myself? And there are some things that are out of our control, but we also have the ability to set up boundaries and different parameters to kind of make sure that we're not over inundating ourselves with things that are not helpful and beneficial. So like social media, right? We can't control what other people post on social media. We can't control what people might say, but what we can control is what we see in our feed, what we choose to interact with, how we choose to respond when we see things that we don't agree with or that make us angry or upset or out of alignment or any of those things, right? So that's also like knowing what it is that you have control over and being aware of the balance, right? So we have fire, right? Fire is hot, it spreads very quickly. It's also can represent like emotions and passions, and it's just that energy, that raw energy. And then we have ice. Ice is cold, it's slick. Sometimes we need to cool things down. So knowing like which element, right, which energy to bring in at any given time. The beautiful thing is that we have all of these energies inside us. So I'm also thinking about like the masculine and the feminine, yin and yang, right? We have that duality, that balance within us. And when we are able to create at our highest capacity, it's when we are balanced inside. We know how to dip into our feminine to receive. We know how to act within our masculine to execute. And when we combine both of those things together, we get balance. We're able to manifest in a way that's in alignment with us, but more so also we're able to receive what it is that we truly desire. When we look in the mirror, when we look at our lives, at the state of our lives, at where we are in our life, it's a reflection of the actions that we have taken. It's a reflection of our belief system. It's a reflection of our daily habits and where we are emotionally, where we are energetically, and all of these different things. So if what you're seeing in your life is not necessarily what you are desiring to continue, then let that be a sign. And look, at the bottom of the deck we have the yin and yang, which I was just talking about. Let that be a sign that you have the ability to course correct. You have the ability to bring things back into balance. Often it can feel like things are out of our control. Everything is overwhelming. We don't really know what next step to take, but use that as a moment to just pause. And I like here, like, it's kind of like he's just stopped. Like he's not doing anything. He's aware he has the ice. He's aware he has the fire, but it's like, wait, let me pause and figure out what I need to do with these energies. Where does this ice need to go? Is there something that I need to cool off? Is there something that I put too much energy into that's not rewarding? Is there something that I may need to like gloss something over or freeze, right? Put on pause. With the fire, is there something that I need to transform? Is there something that really needs my energy? Knowing when and how to execute these energies is super important. And the more that you are in tune with yourself and understanding, sometimes we can be too much in the hustle mode where we're not taking breaks, we're not pausing to rest and reflect. And then there are other times where we're too much into the like I just need to rest mode, where we're not necessarily taking the action. Maybe we're doing a lot of planning but not acting. And I shared this in my accountability group where I spent a lot of time planning things out for myself because of some big changes and decisions that are coming up in my life. But I also had to like check in with myself and make sure that I wasn't planning to plan without taking action, and knowing that the plan that I have already created and written out and decided is going to be the plan, like that's it. So it's like I have the plan, now it's time to act. We don't have to continue going like back and forth and trying to make sure things are perfect or getting things right, because there's no such thing as perfection. There's no such thing as the right time. It's just a matter of you doing the thing that you say that you want to do. So I think that's like a very perfect energy, especially because we're moving from summer into fall, again playing on like the fire and ice energy. We're moving from a more active season to a more reflective season, but that doesn't mean that we have to stop. So here we have the world. So there's a lot of things that need to come into completion. Certain things are coming full circle. We need to look at what cycles in your life are no longer supporting you, what cycles in your life have served you, and now it's time to release them or time to elevate them. And this kind of ties in with the concept of vision that we're going to be discussing in the Spiritual Love Circle as well, because everything goes in cycles, right? Everything flows in a cycle. There's a season for everything. Sometimes it's a season for us to be super active. During the summer, there's a lot of heat. We have longer days. During the fall, things start to kind of lull. The weather starts to change. We see the leaves falling off the trees. This is a good time to check in at where you are, what progress have you made, and where things are in their cycle, what needs to be closed out, what needs some refreshing, some restoration, so that you can come to a place of alignment and a place of completion. So as we move throughout this week, it's important that you're looking at what's closing out in your life, what has served you to this point, and also what you have learned up until this point. For me, like this is a time of deep reflection and reviewing. I look back at, I'm dropping cards. I look back at the past year of my life and then the past year overall, and I'm like, okay, what have I accomplished? Where have I grown? Where have I fallen short? Where can I step up some more? And I'm gonna read these two cards because we have the Tower and then we have the Fool in reversed. So with the Fool reversed, this is that almost like when there's something within you that you know needs shifting, and you're being urged to do something new, to do something different, and to tap into your inner willpower to make that change. Remember, we have the energy available to us. We have the power available to us to affect change in our lives. So when I see the Fool reverse, I feel like this is kind of that internal dialogue. Well, maybe you know you need to make this decision, but you're not quite sure. These can also be smaller. It doesn't have to be some ginormous, I'm gonna, just some super huge decision. These can be smaller shifts. Like this could be the decision like, okay, I'm gonna start working out. I'm gonna spend more time moving my body because that feels good to me. And I know that's where I have not been showing up. And then we have the Tower that is urging you. It's like this, we need to uproot your foundation. It's time for something to change because how you've been doing things have not necessarily worked. And because things are coming into completion, and we have 3 major arcana cards, which means we are working with a big energy, right? This is an important shift, and something to really take note of is what's being shaken up in your life right now. What's being shaken up in your life? Is it being shaken up because it's no longer serving you, because it's ran its course? You've gotten all that you can get from that plate, from that meal, from that table, and now it's time for you to get up and move into something else. And it's not to say that that there's something that you gained from it. So you're gonna take away that wisdom and that knowledge, even if you have to go back and repeat the lesson, even if you have to go back through the cycle again, you're going to go back through it with a new awareness. And it may feel like there's a little apprehension towards starting something new, which is totally understandable, because when we start something new, it can be scary, it can be intimidating, because we're being pushed outside of our comfort zone. But this is a reminder that you're safe and that you're being guided outside of your comfort zone. Your spirit wants you to grow, it wants you to expand, it wants you to experience something different. So if you are in a space where you're ready for something more, like this is it. Like this is a good time. This is a good sign that things are changing for you, but they're changing because you have completed a cycle. So pay attention to the things that are coming up, like the little niggling thoughts like, man, I need to drink more water. I really need to finish this program that I signed up for. I really need to start budgeting. What is it in the back of your mind that's like, I really need to do this thing? Because we know, we can feel it in our bones, we can feel it in our body. Our soul is telling us it's time to do something new. It's time to close out a season and a cycle so that you can be open to receiving new things, so that you can learn how to navigate your energies to manifest at a different level, at a different capacity. So that is the forecast for this week. I would love to talk more with you about expanding your vision and what changes or shifts and cycles that you're experiencing. So I want you to click the link in the description or head to spirituallovesanctuary.com/circle where you can sign up for the Spiritual Love Circle. It's a free gathering that I host each week. You can attend as you desire, but it's to help give you some guidance, some support as we talk about different topics. And this week we're going to be talking about your vision and how to reconnect with it, how to reignite your vision. And looking at these cards, it seems like the perfect topic because for a lot of us, things are coming to a close or a shift with cycles. So you may need to renew your vision, but aren't quite sure what that looks like. So come on and join me. I hope that this message has illuminated and inspired you to live abundantly ever after. And I will see you soon. Peace.